Good morning. It's the next day. I didn't achieve that much last night. I did a bit. I put my bedding on, I sorted out some of my washing, and then I had a bath, read my book, and just was a bit kinder to myself. Went to sleep. I went to sleep dead early last night. It was like freaking 9 o'clock. I was just reading my book in bed. I was like, you know what, there's no point fighting it, is there? So did that, and then got up about 40 minutes ago, got ready, and I'm just about to make myself a drink and then head to the local town to pick up my food shop. I did click and collect for the first time. I'm a little bit nervous because I don't know how it works, as in like where I go, but I've got quite a bit to do today, so it was just easier for me to pay somebody else to pick it. So that's where I'm heading. I'm just going to make myself a drink because I've got a long bike ride today, well, a long brick session today, so I need to be hydrating a little bit more. So that's the plan. Make a drink, head to Sainsbury's, and then come home and tidy up a bit, prep for the bike. I'm back from Sainsbury's. Food shop done. Click and collect was really easy. Once I found it. Find it first. Now onto this. Big guesses, if you know what it is. So now I know it's not a bike, you can guess what it is. It was a bit frustrating actually because it was delivered with FedEx, and let's not play with scissors. I was here through the estimated time and I was trying to track it and it never arrived. So I was waiting out for a phone call because it said, like where I work, it's literally like a 30-second walk, so I could have just like jogged it in and been there. Because it said it needed to be signed for. And anyway, they just left it. And it says on the box, check for damage before signing, but obviously I didn't even sign for it and I've got a missed thing. So I'm hoping if there is any damage, like that's covered, if you get me. But yeah, that's that anyway. She is beautiful. Plan now is to get some stickers. You can't even see her on my camera. Oh, I think she's all good damage-wise. Nice, happy. Let's go. Yes, I want to put some stickers on it, but I don't really know what. I'm going to get a Zone 3 sticker, stick that on there. So supported me a lot this year. Get my name on there. And then it's a shame, oh, I just hit that. It's a shame that I didn't keep a sticker from Portugal. I didn't know I was going to get a bike box, but it would have been nice to put all of like my race stickers on there. But we can start in Venice, that is not a problem, is it? And I've got another parcel that has arrived. Now, before I open this, it's worth noting, I am supported by Zone 3, so I am an ambassador for them. I use their brand basically from when I first started out in triathlon, or first restarted out in triathlon last year, and their wetsuit, their trisuit, their swimming costumes, and there was an opportunity to become an ambassador, and I love the brand, so it feels natural because like literally last year, the only thing that I didn't use their wetsuit on was Portugal because I forgot to take it out with me, which I am an idiot. And the wetsuit that I have is a thermal one, which is great, but I was thinking about it and I was like, I probably actually need to get a new wetsuit. 2 or 3 days later, I got my gift sent through on the app, and genuinely, when I tell you, I don't know, I'll have to listen to the sound to see whether I insert the clip, but when I came through, I FaceTimed Albie and was like, I can't believe it. And I was sat on the floor over there and I was like so grateful to be working with such an amazing brand, and also the people that have supported me. I have a link which I do earn a little bit, I'll drop the link below. I do earn a little bit of commission off, but mainly it helps to just sort of strengthen that relationship with the brand. So yeah, this is the most recent gift. I think that's what it is. Anyway, we'll see. Yeah, amazing. So for this season, and I don't know what this season is going to look like, to be honest, because I am going away with work. So I've got Venice. That is the only triathlon that I've got booked. I'm hoping, speaking it into existence, that I will be able to get one at the back end of the season, so similar time to Portugal, but I can't do Portugal because I'm occupied on that date. So I'm hoping that I can do an event at the back end, and this is going to be my trisuit for the season. So I need to train in this, actually. Here she is. Trisuit of the season. Here she is. I absolutely love her. Very similar design to the one that I wore last season, with sort of like the cuffed sleeves, and these actually feel better. These definitely feel better. The sort of, I can't think what it's called, but it's like it's got like a ribbed material, and it's a bit like silicone to stick to your legs to stop it from moving. I'm definitely going to try it on, but not right now. Not right now. So yeah, all black at the front. It's got the coloured sleeves and the coloured cuffs of the legs, and then on the back we have got the logo, and we have got a little pocket, which will definitely come in handy for the gels on the run. The padding of the cycling shorts feels quite minimal, which is good for the run. Definitely good for the run. We will see how it goes on the bike. Yeah, and I will try it on a little bit later or over the next few days. For sure. So I'm really looking forward to that, actually. I was looking at their trisuits to see what I wanted for the season, and they've got some really decent ones out there at the moment, all based on this sort of colour scheme, and they are really colourful, but I love an all black. Literally everything that I'm looking at right now, like my general day-to-day bag, all black. You can't go wrong. And this is also very exciting. Again, I'll need to try it on and just make sure that the size is right. I love the new wetsuit smell. I love it. I love it. I have got a new wetsuit and I am so excited to try this. It definitely feels more movable in the shoulders. Do you know what? This actually reminds me already, just from the feel of it, of the one that I actually raced Portugal in. So long story short, there was Jordan, who I went out with, if you haven't watched the video, go and watch, but his triathlon club from back home were out there, and a very lovely lady said that I could borrow her trisuit, her wetsuit, because she was supporting. So she took it out because she was going to swim on the days up to, and she very kindly said that I could have it, which honestly saved me, and it feels a lot like that. So I'm really excited to try it. Max buoyancy profile, that's always a good one, isn't it? Really grateful for Zone 3 and for sending me this stuff. Really grateful. And I did have a little bit of an emotional moment when they sent it to me, when they put it onto the gifting app. So yeah, exciting times. We are 18, about, well, two weeks on Sunday. That is so scary. 2 weeks on Sunday out from the race. So yeah, exciting. not sure if I actually explained what this video is. I know I did intro it yesterday and I said I hope that this isn't the intro. Thanks for sticking with me, and hopefully it does help to show that like we all have those days, and I'm as guilty as the next person for not on those days I'll just go quiet and not do anything, like not do anything but not share anything, which I think then just adds to the fact that it looks like I don't have them. I do, I just like go a little bit internal and don't really want to speak to anyone. But I am feeling better today. I think the fact that I've done a few productive things this morning has definitely got my energy flowing back. I've been and done a food shop, just something that I don't have to worry about. Listen to a podcast on the way, listen to my audiobook on the way back, so it's just like in a good place. But today I have got my last big brick session prior to things tapering. I'm checking it because I have a feeling that I've just lied. It must be. So next Sunday it's an hour 30 ride into a 40-minute run, which is a lot less, whereas today I've got a 2 hour 10 ride into an hour 30 run. So you're coming along with me. It is Good Friday today, which, I mean, it means not a lot to me really. I'm on my own. Albie is gone on a stag do. I'm meeting a friend tomorrow and then just chilling, training. I've been here, there and everywhere. So I was contemplating going home this week, but I was like, I just need a weekend to myself to sort out a few of the jobs that have just been sort of in the back of my mind, but that haven't come to the forefront yet and that I just have been putting off and putting off. So that's the plan, get my training done first, big session, big refuel, and then I've got client check-ins to do. I'm on leave today, it's bank holiday, isn't it? Good Friday, so obviously not in work. So yeah, got client check-ins to do, a bit of work on my app, a bit of work on programs, and then I'm just gonna potter around the house, start sorting things out, and edit the video that I filmed last that I just haven't got around to editing or uploading yet. So if you haven't, add that to your watch later and watch that after this one. I don't know what it's going to be at this point. I've just got loads of random footage that's probably just going to come into one. But next job on the list is to prep my fuel and hydration. So let's talk through it. I mix things quite a lot just because, you know, when you find what works, it works, doesn't it? Unfortunately, I'm on my last day of this, so I definitely need to purchase a new one before Venice, so that's another job to do this weekend. So this is the Tailwind endurance fuel mix, so it's carbohydrates and electrolytes. So for each scoop, which is about 27 grams, it's got 25 grams of carbs, and then it's got 300 milligrams of salt, so sodium. And it says on the back, mix 2 to 3 scoops with 500 millilitres of water and adjust to taste. Now, in my first bottle, I usually put 4 scoops, which is about 100 grams of carbs. And then in my second bottle, I usually put 3 scoops, which is 75 grams of carbs. And I usually water that second one down a little bit more, just because at that point I'm starting to like not go off the taste of it because I love it, it's delicious, but I'm getting a bit fed up of like sweet stuff, because my gels are sweet as well, mostly my chews, like if I'm having sweets, so I just water that one down a little bit more as well. Just personal preference really. So yes, I need to find some bottles. You know when you buy bottles that fit in bike cages and then they all just disappear? Like, I'm so bad for that. I know I've got one in here. How can I do a 70.3 but I can't walk up the stairs without getting severely out of breath? I don't know if that's just me, but 2 bottles have been sourced. So get the fresh water in. I'm really scraping the barrel here with that. That's half a scoop. 1.5. To be fair, no. scoop. 3, 3.5. Yeah, that's about 4. I'll put the rest of that in there and try and not get it all over the side. There we go. And unfortunately, I'm now out of my tailwind, which in hindsight, I should definitely have ordered it before running out, but there we go. They're usually pretty good, to be fair, so I will order that tonight, and I've got 2 weeks for it to arrive. And then I just pop one of these electrolyte high five tablets in, which is, because that's got electrolytes in it, but it's just sodium, or what it says on there, whereas this has got magnesium, potassium, sodium, and a bit of vitamin C as well. So yeah, pop one of those in that one in that one, and then what I am going to have to do is utilise my backup, which is, it's a backup for a reason because I really like it, so it's not a problem at all. Just show you that out. My high five energy drink. So to be honest, this might actually be out of date. Yeah, it is good, strong, but it's fine. It still tastes nice. So in this one, so this is the, it's the berry flavour again. Notice a theme here that I just like berry things. It's got electrolytes and it's isotonic. So it's got a serving, which is 2 scoops. It's got 44 grams of carbs. So to make 77, Alexa, what's 75 divided by 44?
Good morning, Summer. 75 divided by 44 is approximately 1.7045.
Okay, so I need 1.7 servings, which is 2 scoops. Oh my god, I can't work this out. Let's just go for 2 servings. That's the best way of doing it, isn't it? There we go. That's nice. There we go. About that. That will be all good. And this one does actually have more electrolytes in it, I believe. So this has got 600 milligrams of sodium. So I didn't really need to put a electrolyte tablet in there, but I did. So that's where we're at. And then I also need to do a precision hydration order. Notice that like this is just completely taken a backseat, but I need to do a precision order because I use their caffeine gels and I have a feeling I've either got 0 or I've got 1 left, which is not ideal. So I also like these chews. It just sometimes is nice to eat something a little bit more solid. On race day, I will take them out of this and just pop them into the thing that's on my bike, of which I'm ordering a new one. Again, recurring theme, I just need to sit down and order loads of stuff so that I don't have to faff around with opening it, but whilst I'm on the bike and training, it's not a problem. So I'm going for, I need to work out now, so I never thought I'd get into triathlon and I'd have to do so much maths. 2 hours 10 plus 1 hour 30, so say 3 hours. I aim for about 60 to 70 grams of carbs per hour. So 3 times 60 is 180. And I've pretty much got that within those bottles because I just water it down less than you meant to. But I'm trying to, obviously because I'm only going for 2 hours, but it's good to practice getting more in. So I'll take one of those chews and then I will take a couple of these. So I use these high five energy gels as well. They've got 23 grams of carbs in. So I'm sipping on my drink sort of every 5 to 10 minutes. I'll get through both of those across 3 hours. Generally in the UK, obviously I'm only doing 2, so I'll have a bit left, which I might just put into a little soft flask to take on the run. But in a hotter country, I would get through those in 2 hours, and then as soon as I've drank one of them, I'd replace it with a water, so that I can then sort of mix between having pure water and then a mix. And this is what I found from what I know with my sort of personal training and nutrition qualifications, but mostly it's about trial and error. So it's what I found works, the gels that sit well in my stomach, what I found energizes me enough. So I'll sip on those, and then every half an hour I'll take on something like a gel or some sweets or a chew, something like that. So the only other thing that I don't have here right now is my Precision gel. So yes, like I say, the last one that I need is this Precision gel. So this is a caffeine gel. It has 30 grams of carbs, but I will generally take this about halfway through the whole workout. Or if I've got, like when I've been doing sort of 4-hour sessions, or yeah, when I've been doing 3-hour bikes into hour 20 runs, so like over 4 hours, I've been taking one halfway through the bike and then one as I'm going on to the run, just to get a little bit of caffeine in. It makes me feel a bit better. So that is the strategy. I'm going to take some sweets as well, just in my back pocket, because A, why not, and B, why not? No, just in case I end up going a little bit further than anticipated. I'd rather have too much than too little. I'm so disappointed because I have this new long sleeve jersey, and this is more of like a jumper jersey than a long sleeve. This is not it. I just went to put it on and this is what happened. It literally just keeps yeah, sorry, I got cut off there, my camera died, but yeah, excuse me, I'm not wearing that gilet, that jersey, am I? So I ready to go cycling wise. I have got another jersey on underneath. It's a weird temperature. It's a weird temperature. It's like a bit cold, but not cold enough. It's 12 degrees. It's definitely cold. That's fun. That is fun. So before I go out on the run, I need to put my headphones on charge for the run. That's the left sock, so that's great. Put my headphones on charge, get my running stuff out, pack all my fuel into my pockets, and then good to go. I don't know whether to put gloves on now, I've psyched myself out. I saw a TikTok a couple of weeks ago, and it said when you're running, dress for 5 degrees above what it is, which is great for running, but cycling, it gets a little bit colder, doesn't it? It gets a little bit colder. I suppose I could always put gloves in my pocket, because I'd rather have them and not need them than not have them and want them. So, oh. Just under an hour in, just under 15 miles. This is my favourite road to cycle on. So I've just come from down there. And it's just such a nice road, like the road condition's okay, but it's just quiet. and the view. So yeah, good to go. Gonna have my caffeine gel. I am really struggling with period pains, which is not ideal, but we're doing what we can. It's actually very windy, not ideal, but I'm pretty lost for words right now, other than the fact that I'm really, really glad that I had a helmet on. Like, fucking hell, someone. I've literally just split my helmet. So, new helmet is on the cards. I don't know if you can see that very well. Yeah. To be honest, that is the last thing I needed right now. It's actually so split. I don't know if you can see, but let me, all here, like down here, that's all split. I don't really know like what the best thing to do right now is, so I'm a bit like, I'm okay, and I think the best thing, so I've just fell off my bike, if you haven't gathered. The best thing that could have happened is me having nobody to call at home, because that, well, I had people, but not people like, have I got a mark on my face? Yeah. It was people that I would only call in like a real emergency, rather than like just to come and pick me up because I've fallen off, because that meant that I had to get on my bike and bike home. Or, granted, it was only like a mile, but I had to do it because I genuinely think that if I hadn't have got back on my bike, that would have been a big mental block for me now. Like, in a few weeks, in a few days, I'll definitely laugh about it, but right now I'm just a bit like, and my back wheel just like went out from under me, and like next minute I was on the floor and I smacked my head, which is obviously where that crack in the helmet's come from. Yeah, which I'm obviously very glad that I was wearing a helmet. I've only got like superficial cuts like on my hands. I've not even looked on my elbow yet, but like I'm not in any, oh yeah, there we go. I'm not in any sort of significant pain, just absolutely fucking filthy. Let me see if I can, like that is my leg, all the way down. Like when I press it, it doesn't hurt, which is usually a good sign, but yeah. I don't really know what to do, like I've got a headache. Like it's not bad. I don't know what the thing to do right now is. Should I get it checked? But then I shouldn't drive in case. What do you even do? I'm gonna try and speak to somebody. Hello. Excuse the angle. This is probably going to be the last clip of this video. I am getting calls from my dad every hour to check that I haven't got a concussion, because he was concerned about the split in my helmet, and I get it. So I made the right decision not going for the run, and I'm just going to chill, avoid looking at screens because that apparently makes it worse. I'm just going to eat some food. I've just made some beans on toast, and just sit and chill. And it makes you realise like I don't understand what I'm supposed to do. Like sit there, not sleep. I can't like concentrate, so I can't read. I'm saying I can't as in I shouldn't, not that I physically can't. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I will update you should anything change, or yeah, but you're always better to be safe than sorry with these things, aren't you? And I think it's pretty scary like being here on my own, because if I do start to feel any kind of way, it's figuring out how the bloody hell I'm going to get anywhere that they can look after me. But that's like worst case scenario. So I cannot for the life of you remember when, for the life of me, remember when I last updated you. I've spoken to 111, I've spoken to a consultant, explained everything that happened, explained all my symptoms, how I'm feeling, and they said that I am highly likely to have concussion. So to follow all of the protocols with concussion, i.e. staying awake and seeing, making sure that my symptoms don't progress, which is really hard because I'm absolutely knackered. Like just rest basically for 48 hours. So they've advised me against driving, they've advised me against doing anything really. So that's going to be really rough. I'm really struggling to like look at screens as well. Like my eyes just feel really sort of swollen is probably how I would describe it. Like there's a lot of pressure. I'm forcing myself to get up and make some food, as you can hear behind me. Thankfully, because I did that click and collect this morning, I've got food in. Otherwise I'd be stuffed because I can't even get a takeaway delivered to the house. I have to go right to the gate. So yeah, that's where I'm at. This is really frustrating, but it could have been a lot worse. Like I keep looking at my helmet and it just makes me feel so grateful that I tightened it in the morning and that it was fitting and everything, because that could have ended up so much worse. So yeah, that's where we're at. So it turns out I've got a puncture. So I was just waiting for my tea to cook and I was like, oh, I'll just have a quick look at my bike because it's in the kitchen, and found out I got a puncture. So I guess it's good practice for me to see if I've can remember how to actually sort out a puncture. I think this is going to be a later job. Hello. I do definitely look slightly more presentable right now, although I don't necessarily feel like it. It is now Sunday, Easter Sunday. Happy Easter, but this is going to be a lot later that this gets out to you. My new inner tubes have just arrived. I can't even remember if I said that I got a puncture, but I did, which, looking at the positive, it's good for me to practice changing it. I am feeling okay. I feel like everything's really slow. Like I feel like I'm having to work hard to do normal things. It's such a weird feeling. I've had 11 hours sleep both nights now, which has been an absolute godsend because my whiplash in my neck has eased off quite a significant amount, which is good, obviously. So yeah, it's still a bit sore. I'm finding the worst is when I'm laid on my left hand side and I try and sit up. You must activate that muscle trying to sit up, and it doesn't like it. So yeah, just going to put the inner tube in. I've done nothing really over the last 2 days, which is what you're meant to do, is just rest. I've done a tiny bit of tidying, a tiny bit of cleaning, but I've just been like getting really tired from doing little things. So I'm trying to not stare at a screen too much, which is hard then, because when I'm like tired and resting then I get bored and it's like difficult. But it's one of those things. There are much worse things going on in the world, so me having a bit of concussion and a bit of whiplash is okay. So yeah, continue putting this in. It's good practice actually, because I haven't changed a tyre on my own. I've only ever done it with Jordan's supervision, so it's all going well so far, she says. What to see it. we are a month later, a whole month, and for that I can only apologise. To try, let me put that down, to try and summarise, I filmed all of this stuff, and then the first couple of days with concussion I had a headache, I was struggling to focus, I was struggling to concentrate, but I was okay. And then I don't know if I just started doing too much too soon and just trying to, because I felt okay, I was like, yeah, go for it. And I ended up with like the worst migraines. So I'd do something and then like 4 or 5 hours later I'd have a horrific migraine. Speaking to the doctor, they said that basically because my brain had been through trauma, when I was doing stuff it was swelling, as like if you sprained your ankle or you like hurt your knee, when you did too much it would swell, and that'd be a sign of like, okay, maybe I've done too much. But when your brain swells, obviously there's nowhere for it to go because your skull's there, and that was really hard because I then had a lot of stress and a lot of pressure on me from different things in my life, and like wanting to be in work because I knew that it was putting pressure on other people, and it was basically just adding so much stress to me that I was never able to then recover. I then got to Venice and it took that away. Because it was like, this is my leave, this is where I'm going, like, is what it is. It took the pressure off me of like that basically, and I then started to recover really well, and I felt normal, I felt human, like my energy levels were back, I had no headaches, like nothing. And I genuinely, like, I've done a lot of reflecting on it, and I genuinely believe that it was just down to the amount of stress that I was experiencing from being like cabin fever, being at home, limited social interaction. Like I did have it on the weekends, but in the week I didn't speak to anybody because I was just like at home, and like other people's lives go on. And I think that all of these things then compounded to be like, make me feel worse. And then it was like when I took myself out of that situation, it was like, I feel a lot better now. So yeah, I did race Venice. I did race Venice. I went out and I was like 90% not doing it. And then because, like I say, I started to feel better, I was like, maybe I could. And I did. Incredible race. Because of everything that was going on, I didn't vlog it. I didn't get it, like I barely got any footage from it. I got some videos and stuff of the actual race of the people that were supporting me, but I didn't do any footage because I was just like mentally struggling with how hard I trained and how much I'd put into that to then not be able to do it. So yeah, that it was, do you know what? It's been a really rough couple of weeks. And like I said at part of this video, like I'm not one to sit here, well, I have been one to sit here and like make it appear that everything's fine, but like they were 2 really, really hard weeks for me of uncertainty and stress and like lack of support and just loads of things that just played into account, and I just felt like really low and really like alone, I guess. It is hard, like I don't think people speak about it enough, like being in the military, being away from your family. It's not that people don't speak about it enough, I just don't hear people speaking about it. But like I was 3 hours away, and to be fair, my parents said that they would come and get me. Albie's parents said that they would come and get me, but it's like then that burden that I'm putting on other people that I just didn't want to have. And I think you build up such a tolerance and like a need to be independent that it then becomes hard to accept it when you can't be independent. And that was why I just didn't accept it, and I was like, no, I'm fine. But deep down I was like in a hurt locker. Like it was not a good couple of weeks, and I hid it from literally everybody. And I only spoke about it after I was like, no, you know what, like that was actually really, really difficult for me. And I think it's hard because there is like this, oh, but other people have worse problems. And yes, absolutely, I'm not saying that me falling off my bike and getting a concussion was like the worst thing to have ever happened, but it was really hard for me to deal with, and especially with exercise. And like everyone jokes about it, but like endurance athletes are for people who like can't cope with their own stress and so on and so forth, but like exercise is my coping mechanism, and that being taken away from me was just like, well, what do I do now? And any form of coping mechanism that I had, like journaling, I really struggled to do because I couldn't focus, so I was having to like dictate onto my phone like to journal, which was quite uncomfortable. And I just had to be like, my coping strategies, reading, training, like doing, like everything was taken away from me. But there are some positives to take from it. I learned a lot about the people that are there to support me, and I realised that I've got an incredible group of friends, group of family who offered to come and pick me up, who thought about me enough to like send me a card, and like who messaged me and weren't afraid to be like, how are you feeling about Venice, like what's the situation? And I think that is a real positive to take away from it. From here, I'm so backed up with editing because then life happened. I've got some other videos that I filmed the footage, I just need to edit, and I'm going to try and get them out. And then once I've done that, I'm going to film a race recap for Venice. So I can only apologise that it's going to be so late and delayed. But I want to have it on here, and I want to document it because I watched my Portugal video back and was like, right, I need to learn from these mistakes. I need to do this, this and this. And if for nobody else's benefit but my own, that's what we're going to do for this one. So yes, thank you so much for watching. It's been a longer one, and I do appreciate you getting to this point. I hope you have enjoyed it in a weird way. It has been me falling off my bike, but seeing the process of it, and how I felt afterwards. And I hope that it is, if nothing else, reminded you how important it is to wear a helmet. Or get your kids wearing a helmet. I genuinely, like, the people that have spent any time with me now will realise how like conscious I am about head injuries. Went and watched the football and was like, oh, look at them all heading the ball. Like, I'm just so conscious of it now. So yeah, thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Please don't forget to drop me a comment and let me know what your next race is, how I can support you, and I'll catch you on the next one.